Here at Old Time Radio USA, you'll hear episodes from such classic radio series like
Maxwell House Coffee Time, starring George Burns and Gracie Allen.
Night Beat.
The Whistler.
The Lone Ranger.
The Falcon.
Suspense.
The Great Gildersleeve. The Jack Benny Program. The Johnson Wax Program with Fibber McGee and Molly.
For these and many more, stay tuned to Old Time Radio USA for more great classics. You can listen anywhere, on your computer or any mobile device like your smartphone or tablet. You can also listen on our official Roku channel from the comfort of your favorite chair. Now, if you want more information on this station, go to www.oldtimeradiousa.com right now to learn more. And thank you for listening.
We now return to the Superman Superfest on the WON Radio Network.
The Adventures of Superman.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman. Yes, it's Superman. And today his famous friends, Batman and Robin, are hoping to gain some information for him concerning the mysterious crescent moon and star symbols. We'll join them in a moment. Now, the adventures of Superman. Although the Atom Man is dead, 2 pieces of kryptonite, the deadly element which gave him atomic power, are still in existence. Fearful that they may be used to create another atomic monster or something even more horrible, Superman called on the famous Batman and Robin for aid in locating the Scarlet Widow, who had stolen the original kryptonite fragment. Their only clue to her was a mysterious coin engraved with a crescent moon and a star, which Superman had found in the apartment of Sidney, the late ally of the Atom Man. Disguised as seedy, down-at-the-heel characters, Batman and Robin drove to the waterfront that evening and contacted a shabby, ferret-faced man known as Squealy Evers, who collected and sold information to members of the criminal world. As we continue now, at the street end of a fog-shrouded pier, Batman and Robin, calling themselves George and Jack Robinson, have just showed the strange coin to Squealy. Listen.
What is it? Quarter?
Look again, Squealy.
What the? Crescent and star. Where'd you get it?
What's the difference? Can you give us any information about it? $200 in cash, if you can.
How about it, Squealy?
Yeah, I can help you.
You can?
Yeah. I can help you a lot.
Well, give, Squealy, give.
I'll take the $200 first.
Nothing doing. We gotta see the merchandise.
Give me the dough or I don't talk.
Now, wait a minute.
Let me handle this, Jack. Here's 100, Squealy. You get the other 100 when you've spoken your piece. Okay?
Yeah, I guess that's okay.
Here you are.
Thanks. I'll get this, you guys. I don't know where you got the gimme.
What?
That thing. The coin with the crescent and star on it.
Never mind where.
And I don't know who you are.
We're Mrs. Robinson's boys, George and Jack. I'm Jack, the one you say quick at.
Okay. George and Jack. I'm going to tell you something worth lots more than $200, see?
Stop stalling. Give.
We're all ears.
Then listen. Take my advice and drop the coin in the sewer.
Huh?
Then beat it out of here and forget all about it. Don't ask nobody no questions about it. Don't try to find out nothing. Just forget it.
Are you kidding?
What kind of talk is that, Squealy?
Smart talk. And like I say, worth a lot more than $200. I'll take the 100 now.
Not so fast. We're buying information, not advice.
I'm giving you information on how to stay healthy.
For $200, you ought to throw in a bottle of vitamins.
Cut the wisecracks. Now, look, Squealy. We don't scare easily. So if you've got something to tell us, let's have it. Or we'll take our money back and be on our way.
And that's our advice to you.
Listen, will you? I knew 3 other guys wanted to know about the crescent and star, see? Guys just as smart as you think you are. And 2 of them bigger and tougher. And where are they now?
All right, where?
One of them was found floating out in the harbor not too far from this pier. He wasn't out there taking a swim. He had a knife in his back.
That's all very interesting.
Gruesome is a better word.
But it doesn't tell us what we want to know.
Take my advice, buddy, and don't try to find out nothing. There's easier ways to commit suicide.
Then you think the people we're curious about took care of those 3 men?
I didn't say that. I just said they were inquiring, see? Just like you are.
Then each one had an accident. I get it.
Yeah.
All right, you've done your duty. Now, suppose you stop trying to scare us and tell us what we want to know.
I told you all I'm going to tell you, for your own good. Now, give me that other C note. I got a scram.
What for? You didn't tell us anything.
Oh, no? I told you how to save your hides.
Thanks very much. But that wasn't the information we came to you for. We want to know who's behind the secret symbols and where we can find them.
I don't know. I don't know no more than I told you. Nobody does.
Come clean, Squealy.
I swear it. Please, mister, I gotta beat it. Give me my dough.
Okay. Here you are.
What? Hey, wait a minute.
Thanks. Good night. Be smart. Do like I told you.
Well, he sure made a sucker out of you, Batman.
Not so loud, Robin. I know what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah? You paid that fox $200 for telling us exactly nothing.
Not quite nothing.
I call it nothing. We knew the gang we're trailing are bad actors. He didn't have to tell us.
Will you keep your voice down? Come on.
Where to?
After Squealy, of course.
What do you want to do, tip him another 100?
I want to find out where he's going.
He's probably going to look for another sucker. The way you fell, he must think this is his lucky night.
Maybe it'll turn out to be our lucky night.
You mean handing out good money to a water rat is lucky?
If Squealy gives us a lead to the people we're looking for, it'll be worth 10 times what we paid him.
How's he going to give us a lead?
Squealy gets well paid by the racketeers in this town for passing along tidy bits of information.
So?
So, I think he might consider his little interview with us a tidy bit of information and pass it along to some interested parties. Catch on?
So that's it. You think he's hot-footing to tell the Crescent and Star Mob about us, huh? And if we tail him, we'll find out?
Take it easy, Robin. I'm just hoping. Oh, quick, into this doorway.
What's the idea?
We stop and turn around. See?
So what? He can't make us out in this fog.
No sense taking any chances. All right, he's moving now. Let's go.
Yeah, I should have known better than to call you a sucker, Batman. You knew all the time he intended to double-cross us, huh?
I was sure he knew something about the people we want. Maybe not much, but something. Because he knows a little about everything crooked that goes on around here. So when he refused to tell us anything at all, I figured he might try to sell any information we gave him to whoever's behind the Crescent and Star. Now, careful. Careful crossing the street. The car might not see us in this fog.
Okay. But look, if you thought that, why did you pay him the money?
Just on the off chance that he'd think I was a sucker, the way you did. And not watch too closely to see if we were trailing him. Quick, duck back. He's turning around again.
Look, he's going into that coffee joint.
Come on, step on it.
We're not going in after him, are we?
Of course not. Unless he steps into a phone booth. But I want to see what he does. And if he meets anybody. Is this as fast as you can walk?
I'm taking it easy out of respect for your age.
Oh, thanks. Okay, hold it. Now, come on up to the window.
He'll see us.
No. It's light in there and we're out in the dark.
There he is, sitting at the counter.
All right. Now keep your eyes open. And don't get too close to the window. Standing on the dark, fog-swept sidewalk, Batman and Robin peer into the shabby coffee shop at the gray, ferret-faced man, who they hope will lead them to the mysterious people they seek. We'll return in a moment for the exciting climax of today's episode. Batman and Robin have trailed a man called Squealy Evers, an underworld informer, to a shabby coffee shop on the Metropolis waterfront. Standing outside in the fog-swept darkness, they peer in through the dirty plate glass window, watching Squealy's every move. Meanwhile, within the shop where a radio is playing softly, the informer sits alone at the counter, paying no attention to the few other customers who sit a few stools away. When the waiter sets a cup of coffee before him, Squealy speaks to him in a low, barely perceptible voice, scarcely moving his lips.
Call the boss, Tommy. Tell him 2 guys were asking me about the Crescent and Star.
What 2 guys?
Big guy and a kid. Go get me a cruller or something now. Don't make out like you're talking to me. They're out front.
Okay. Hey, mister. Now, what's dope?
They call themselves Robinson, but that ain't their name. I tried to scare them off, but they didn't scare. They think I don't know they're tailing me. Tell the boss I'll stare him down Front Street and around behind the North Docks. Now scram and call from the kitchen. Don't come near me no more.
Okay. Methodically, the gray, ferret-faced informer munches his cruller and drinks his coffee. Then, rising, he drops a quarter on the counter, selects a toothpick from a bowl, and moves in the stoop-shouldered gait to the door. He opens the door and steps into the street. For a moment, he stands idly, glancing about him, then begins walking up the street, the fog swirling about his shabby, stoop-shouldered figure. When he is almost lost to sight, Batman and Robin slip from a doorway and start after him. Come on, Robin, after him.
I'm with you. I hope he leads us to a more interesting place than that coffee shop this time. That was a washout.
Apparently.
What do you mean, apparently? It was. All he did was eat a cruller and drink a cup of coffee. Oh, yeah, and suck a toothpick.
Keep your chin up, Robin. Maybe the next stop will pay off. Swiftly, Batman and Robin slip through the fog behind Squealy Evers, unaware that the gray informer is leading them into a deadly trap. What will happen now? Tomorrow's episode is packed with tense action and excitement, fellows and girls, so don't miss it. Be with us at the same time, same station, when Batman and Robin battle terrific odds, as only they can in The Adventures of Superman.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Fellows and girls, be sure to follow the adventures of Superman. Brought to you every day, Monday through Friday. Same time, same station, by the grand old Kellogg Company of Battle Creek. And for other thrilling adventures of Superman, see your local newspaper. Superman is also a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC publications.
The Adventures of Superman. Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman. Yes, it's Superman. And today, Batman and Robin are walking straight into a trap set by the wily informer, Squealy Evers. We'll learn the outcome in a moment.
Now, the adventures of Superman.
Two pieces of kryptonite, the strange and deadly element that gave the late Atom Man his atomic power, are still at large. Fearful that they may be used to create another Atom Man, or something even more terrible, Superman enlisted the aid of Batman and Robin in his search for them. Their only clue is a strange silver coin, engraved with a crescent moon and star, which Superman believes is a symbol of a powerful secret organization. At the Metropolis waterfront, Batman and Robin, disguised in tattered clothes, contacted a criminal informer known as Squealy Evers, who warned them to give up their search. Our friends trailed him to a shabby coffee shop, where, unseen by them, he mumbled a message to the waiter. As we continue now, unaware that they are being led into a trap, Batman and Robin are trailing the gray, stooped figures of Squealy Evers through the dark, fog-bound waterfront streets. Listen.
Look, Batman, I just thought of something.
Don't think so loud, Robin.
He's almost a block ahead. He can't hear us.
Just the same.
Okay, but listen. You said you figure Squealy's on his way to tip off the Crescent and Star mob that we've been inquiring about them.
I said I hoped he was.
Okay, but if he knows who they are and can get money for tipping them off about nosy gents like us, why didn't he just lead us into their arms like a couple of lambs to slaughter?
Informers don't work that way, Robin.
What do you mean?
Informers are cowards. The hyenas of the criminal jungle. They put the finger on the victims, but let others do the actual dirty work. They are never found on the scene of a crime. Rarely even carry weapons.
They keep their own dirty skirts clean, huh?
That's right.
Lovely character.
They don't come any worse. They... Oh, behind these pilings, quick.
What's up now?
Squealy stopped and turned around again.
Hard to see in this fog. Yeah, I see him. But did he see us?
I hope not. But he might have.
That's a sweet thought. If he does know we're tailing him, he might be leading us into a trap.
Could be. Well, come on. He hit the road again.
Could be, huh? I must say you're cool enough about it.
What do you want me to do? Run a temperature?
No, but if it's all the same to you, let's strip down to our costumes just in case.
Might be a good idea. These old shoes we're wearing make a lot of noise on the pavement. All right, let's change. Work fast, Robin. We don't want to lose him.
I'd like to lose him on a desert island and do the world a favor.
Oh, don't be silly. I'm hoping that Squealy will give us a lead to the two pieces of kryptonite.
When I remember what Superman said about somebody maybe creating another Atom Man with the kryptonite, I get more duck bumps than a...
A duck?
Thanks.
You're welcome. You ready?
All set.
Mask on?
Yep.
All right, let's go then. On the double till we spot him again.
See him yet?
Not yet.
Golly, hope we didn't lose him.
I don't see how we could. No place he could have turned. Oh, slow down. There he is.
Where?
Turn left at that big stack of packing cases there. Yeah. Looks like the beginning of a dock. Come on.
What's he going out on a dock for?
Your guess is as good as mine. We'll soon find out. Don't trip over those sacks.
I just want to trip over those 2 pieces of kryptonite.
Okay. Here's where Squealy turned off. Come on. Hold it, Robin.
What now?
I don't see our ferret-faced friend.
No. Neither do I. Where'd he go?
Search me. There's just this long aisle running up the dock.
Maybe he wised up we were trailing him and ducked behind one of the packing cases.
Looking for somebody, boys?
Who said that?
Somebody up ahead on the right.
Okay, boys, let him have it.
Robin, watch out! I'm waxing a lovely chin just right for a haymaker.
Hey, Batman and Robin. What happened, Mickey?
No, you don't, son. Stop this one. Nice going, Batman. Have you bums seen my flying tackle lately? It's guaranteed to bring the house down. Put that gun down.
It might go off, I said. Oh, you won't. Okay. When you wake up, remember where you got the black eye.
Batman, you okay?
Never better. How are you doing?
Not so good. I'm running out of punching bags.
Hey, the cops, let me out of here.
Not so fast, ugly foot.
Never mind that last one, Robin. Come back here.
Well. 2 more wells. I count 5 Sleeping Beauty.
Yes. That was a trap that failed to click.
A trap? Well, you figure friend Squealy walked us into it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Hey, what's going on there?
Right this way, officer.
You can put your hardware up. The fun is over.
Telling the 2 police officers what had happened, Batman and Robin helped load the 5 unconscious men into their squad car and accompanied the police to headquarters, where, a short time later, having phoned Clark Kent to join them, we find Batman, Robin, and Kent in Inspector Henderson's office.
We've had those 5 mugs on the grill for half an hour, but there's no soap.
You mean they won't talk, Inspector?
Oh, they talk all right, Batman. But they won't give us any answers that help. They swear they don't know Squealy Evers, and they never heard of an organization using the symbol of a crescent moon and a star.
I suppose they just jumped us for the exercise, huh?
They started to tell the usual story. They were minding their own business, and you fellas came along and said something that started a fight. We soon were set up, though. And then they admitted they'd been hired to beat you up.
To kill us, you mean? They had guns.
Who hired them, Inspector?
They say they never saw the man before. He met 2 of them at a bar, described you, told them you'd be passing the dock, and gave them $500 to give you the works.
That's a lie.
Maybe. But we can't prove it.
By the way, Inspector, I suppose you examined the men thoroughly?
Of course. Why do you ask, Kent?
Well, I was just wondering if any of them had the crescent and star branded on his heel, like the Arab I caught in Sidney's apartment.
That's right. How about it, Inspector?
Don't worry. I looked them over myself. Nothing doing.
Shucks. But I still say they're lying.
No, I think they're telling the truth, Robin.
Huh?
What do you mean, Kent?
Just this, Batman. If it was the leader of the Crescent and Star who ordered you and Robin wiped out...
Who else could it have been?
Well, you have plenty of other enemies, haven't you?
Yes, but I'm sure they didn't spot us in the waterfront tonight. Besides, we were disguised.
They might have been trailing you. But anyway, let's assume it was the leader or leaders of the Crescent and Star, and I'm inclined to think it was. We know they're clever and very careful to keep their identity secret. So it stands to reason they wouldn't let these hired gunmen know who they are or anything about them, doesn't it?
How about the Arab you caught, Kent? He had the brand on his heel and committed suicide before we could question him. So he must have known about them.
Well, the chances are the guys we're looking for didn't have time to send their own men tonight or didn't have any available on such short notice. Or maybe after what happened to the Arab, they might have just preferred to play safe and use outsiders.
I think you're right, Kent.
Oh, Kent's always right, confounded. I want to be around just one time when he's wrong.
Oh, I've been wrong plenty of times, Inspector.
And it looks like Batman and I scored a great big goose egg tonight.
Oh, no, you didn't, Robin.
Well, what do you mean we didn't?
You made a very important discovery, which should lead us to the people we're looking for.
Huh?
What?
What discovery, Kent?
Well, I don't know exactly what it is yet, but if you'll drive back to the waterfront with me, I'll find it for you within 10 minutes.
Are you kidding?
I was never more serious in my life.
Then what are we waiting for? Come on, Robin, let's go, Inspector.
I can't leave now. I've got a lineup.
We'll call you later, then. Lead the way, Kent.
Okay.
Step on it, Robin. Leaving police headquarters, Clark Kent, Batman, and Robin hurry out to Kent's car parked at the curb. What did Kent mean? What important discovery did Batman and Robin make? Stating that Batman and Robin had made an important discovery and that he would show it to them within 10 minutes, Clark Kent drove them back to the mass of rotting pilings on the dark, fog-swept waterfront where they had first contacted the informer, Squealy Evers. It was right here that we met Squealy, Kent.
Uh-huh. Okay. Which way did he go when he left you?
Straight up the street.
Right. Here we go. Where? I want to follow his trail exactly as you did. I'll drive slowly. You tell me what turns to make, Batman.
What's the idea, Mr. Kent?
At some point, Robin, Squealy contacted somebody who had those goons sent to the docks to ambush you, or else Mr. Somebody passed on the information to someone else who sent the goons out.
But he didn't contact anyone. We were right behind him all the time. He was never out of our sight.
Except for the minute or so when we stripped down to our costumes.
He must have contacted someone. If he'd steered you into those mobsters by accident, he'd have been caught, too.
It's my hunch that he left a note somewhere. Maybe in some pilings where someone was waiting and we didn't notice it in the fog. Oh, I admit it's not too good a hunch. Wait a minute.
What?
Of course, we were dumb, Robin.
How come?
The coffee shop.
What coffee shop?
Squealy stopped in a coffee shop for a crawler and a cup of java. It must have been there.
But we were watching him every second. He didn't sit next to anybody. He didn't make a phone call. He didn't write any notes, and he didn't talk to anyone.
Oh, no? How about the waiter?
Christopher Columbus, I never thought of that.
Uh-huh, now we're getting someplace. That's what I meant when I said I'd show you the discovery you made. You weren't aware of it at the time. Where is this coffee shop?
Up the street, just a couple of blocks.
Right. You tell me where to stop.
You bet.
Oh, it must have been the waiter. He was only near Squealy for a few seconds, but that was enough to get the tip off. Step on it, Kent.
I am. Just keep your fingers crossed that the waiter didn't disappear like Squealy did.
Jamming his foot down on the accelerator, Clark Kent sends the car leaping through the foggy night towards the shabby little coffee shop. Is the waiter still there? And if he is, can he be forced to reveal the identity of whoever is behind the mysterious crescent and star? Tomorrow's episode is packed with thrills and excitement, fellows and girls, so don't miss it. Tune in, same time, same station, as the famous Batman and Robin join forces with the Man of Steel in the adventures of Superman.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Fellows and girls, be sure to follow the adventures of Superman. Brought to you every day, Monday through Friday. Same time, same station, by the grand old Kellogg Company of Battle Creek. And for other thrilling adventures of Superman, see your local newspaper. Superman is also a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC publications.
The Adventures of Superman. Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Yes, it's Superman. And today, as Clark Kent, he hopes to find some clue to the mysterious crescent and star in the waterfront coffee shop visited by Squealy Evers. We'll join him with his famous friends, Batman and Robin, in just a moment.
Now, the adventures of Superman.
A small silver coin engraved with a crescent moon and a star is the only clue Superman has to the two missing pieces of kryptonite, the strange deadly element which gave the late Atom Man his atomic power. Fearful that the kryptonite may be used to create another terrible atomic monster against whom he would have no defense, Superman asked Batman and Robin to help him trace the mysterious organization using the symbol of the crescent and star. Through the dimly lit streets of the Metropolis waterfront, Batman and Robin trailed a criminal informer known as Squealy Evers, who led them into an ambush from which they fortunately escaped. Reporting their experience to Clark Kent, who is Superman, the three of them returned to the scene of the ambush. As we continue now, Kent has just stopped his car in front of a shabby little coffee shop facing the dark, fog-bound harbor. Listen.
Is this the place, Batman?
Yes. Squealy stopped here for a cup of coffee.
And there's the waiter he must have talked to, Mr. Kent. The skinny guy wiping the counter, right, Batman?
Yes, Robin. But I didn't see them talking.
Looks like he's getting ready to close up. We'll have to work fast.
Hey, what?
Where are you going, Kent?
I'll park a little farther along. I don't want him to see us getting out of the car.
Why not?
Well, I've got a little idea. I guess this'll do. Yes, I used this stunt a long time ago. It just might work again. Open the glove compartment, will you, Robin?
Okay. What are you going to do?
I'll show you. There ought to be a can of talcum powder in there.
Well, what's the stunt, Kent?
Show you in a moment. Got it, Robin?
Yeah, here it is.
Good. Okay, come on, Batman. Take your mask off and douse this stuff on your hands and face. I'll do the same.
What's the idea?
Well, we want that waiter to talk, don't we? This might be the way.
Oh, yes, I get it.
I don't. Why don't we take him to headquarters and let the police loosen up his vocal cords?
It'll take too long. Maybe he won't talk. This way, I think he will. How you coming, Batman?
All right, ready.
Good.
Frankly, I don't get it. You guys look like a couple of ghosts.
The idea exactly, right, Kent?
Right. Okay, let's go.
Hey, wait. I get the gag now, but it's awful corny. You don't really think you're going to make the waiter believe you're ghosts and scare him into talking, do you?
Oh, it's not quite that simple, but we haven't time to explain. Now, look, you stay here.
Oh, nothing doing this, I gotta see.
Sorry, Robin, but you'll have to stay in the car to warn us if anyone comes along. Toot the horn if you want us back.
Kent's right, Robin.
Okay. I'd probably bust out laughing at the ghost act anyway.
Poor Robin. If he knew you were Superman, we couldn't get rid of him so easily.
I know. Oh, wait a minute.
Forget something?
Yes, your costume might tip him off. And also, we don't want him to be able to describe us later. Here, put my overcoat on and turn the collar up.
You watch the little details, don't you?
I try to. That's better. You all set?
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Oh, good. Nobody in there but the waiter. Oh, I hope this works, chum.
Oh, so do I. Here we are.
I'm just closing up. All the food's put away. I said I'm closing up. Who are you guys? Hey, what's the matter with your faces?
He wants to know what's the matter with our faces.
If he only knew.
Listen, what's the joke?
He thinks it's a joke.
He'll know better pretty soon.
Now listen.
He keeps telling us to listen.
And he doesn't say anything.
Let's ask him to listen.
All right. Listen, friend. You saw Squealy Evers tonight, didn't you?
Squealy? Yeah. Who? Who'd you say?
You heard us. Squealy Evers.
Never heard of him. Now listen.
I know why he always says listen.
Why?
It means he's going to tell a lie.
Right.
Who's lying? Who are you guys? What's the big idea coming to my place with your face and hands fixed up funny and asking questions?
Do you object to answering simple questions?
I ain't answering no questions, see? Now scram out of here.
I wouldn't go for the gun in that drawer if I were you. You'll regret it.
How did you know?
My friend has strange powers. Show him, Ebenezer.
All right, Silas. Shall I go up and catch that fly on the ceiling?
Why don't you?
Say, you guys are nuts. Hey, look. Look, he did go up to the ceiling.
Why, of course he did. Did you catch the fly, Ebenezer?
No, Silas. He flew away. Shall I chase him?
Yes.
All right.
He's flying.
Of course he is.
Can't be. I'm going out of my mind. Hey, please, buddy, tell him to come down.
How am I doing, Silas?
Wonderful, Ebenezer. But our friend seems to be turning green.
Oh?
You had better come down.
Down? Why, how strange he looks. Maybe he'd feel better if he flew around the ceiling with me.
No, stay away from me. Stay away. I know what you guys are now. You're ghosts.
We are?
Yeah. Go away, please. Go back where you came from.
Oh, but we can't go back until you tell us what we want to know.
You can't?
No, we have to know about Squealy Evers.
Squealy?
Yes. Whom did you call up earlier this evening when he told you a man and boy were following him?
Nobody. I didn't see Squealy tonight.
You'd better fly him up to the moon, Ebenezer.
Yes, I guess I'd better. Come here.
No, don't. I'll tell you. I'll tell you anything. Only don't touch me.
Whom did you call up?
Oh, Patsy.
Who's Patsy?
He's the guy I phone when I get any information from Squealy or anybody else. I only seen him once or twice. He's a little dark guy.
Where is he?
At the Golden Lily.
The Golden Lily?
I know the joint. It's a night spot down at the end of the waterfront. Big shot crooks go there, and society people out slumming.
Yeah, that's right.
What's your name?
Me? Tommy Niles. Listen, why don't you go away? I told you.
Tell us some more, Tommy. Tell us what you know about the gang who used the crescent and star for a symbol.
I don't know nothing about them. Nothing.
Don't lie, or...
I don't know nothing. Honest. All I know, a couple of times before, Squealy told me to tip off Patsy about some guy asking about this crescent and star, see?
All right. But get this, Tommy. If you tell Patsy or anyone else about our being here tonight, we'll come back.
No, I won't. Patsy would send his goons over to see me. Please, fellas, go away now. Go on back to wherever you came from.
Come on, Silas. Good night, Tommy.
Pleasant dreams, Tommy.
Too bad we had to scare him out of a year's growth.
That cheap crook. Well, we let him off easy. But we got our lead, Kent. Now, let's visit Patsy.
You bet. The trail's getting warm.
Eagerly, Clark Kent and Batman hurry to the car where Robin awaits them. Following what looks like a definite lead, Clark Kent with Batman and Robin drove to the end of the foggy waterfront, where in a section of rickety cottages and a few dark, cluttered stores, a glittering nightclub stands, complete with handsome canopy and uniformed doorman, and a huge winking neon sign in the shape of a golden lily. Parking their car nearby, Kent and Batman removed the ghostly white powder from their hands and faces. Now, with Batman and Robin in the well-tailored clothes of Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson, they are approaching the nightclub entrance.
Yes, this is quite a place, Kent. The big shot racketeers come here to spend their money. Oh, Robin, look.
What's that, man?
Just getting into that car, see? It's Squealy Evers.
That's right.
It is. We want to see him. Come on.
Oh, he got away.
No, he didn't. Hold it.
What do you mean he didn't? There goes his car.
I'll take care of that. Now, you two go
You'll take care of it.
Yes, you two go into the Golden Lily and get a table. I'll join you later.
Okay, Kent. Come on, Robin.
Hey, he's going the wrong way. We left the car back there.
Don't worry about Kent. He knows what he's doing. Oh, quiet. Here's the doorman. Good evening.
Good evening, gentlemen. Step right inside for a big evening. Yes, sir, a big evening.
We've already had one, thanks.
The evening's still young. Come on.
Wonder what Squealy was doing here.
Probably powwowing with friend Patsy. Oh, I'm sorry. We left our hats in our car.
The hat shake girl loves us for that.
She doesn't get the tips. The house does. It's a racket. Come on.
My. Look at all the white ties and evening gowns in that crowd. You'd think this was the Ritz instead of the waterfront, wouldn't you?
Yes. Crook likes to put on the dog, too, Robin. Well, let's find the head waiter and get a table.
What gives now?
Search me. Oh, the orchestra leader's going to make an announcement.
He's probably going to announce that Muscle Molly has just lost her gat in a string of pearls.
Quiet.
Ladies and gentlemen, we know our dance music to introduce Miss Gloria Garrett, the toast of London Music Hall, who's here in our audience tonight. Miss Garrett, will you take a bow?
My, imported talent, no less. Probably came all the way from Brooklyn.
Oh, for a youngster, you're pretty cynical, Robin.
Look where? What?
Look at her hair.
Whose hair?
Gloria Garrett's. Look at the ornament in it. The comb or a pin or whatever it is. Can't you see?
Christopher Columbus. She's wearing the symbol of the crescent moon and star.
Their jaws sagging, Batman and Robin stare at the tall young woman acknowledging the applause, in whose raven black hair gleams a jeweled crescent moon and star. What does this mean? Yes, gang, the trail of the two pieces of deadly kryptonite is growing plenty warm. So don't miss tomorrow's exciting episode, when thrilling and surprising things occur. Tune in, same time, same station, for Batman, Robin, and the Adventures of Superman.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Fellows and girls, be sure to follow the adventures of Superman. Brought to you every day, Monday through Friday, same time, same station, by the grand old Kellogg Company of Battle Creek. And for other thrilling adventures of Superman, see your local newspaper. Superman is also a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC publication.
The Adventures of Superman.
The Superman Superfest will continue in just a moment, but first, these messages and station identification. We now return to the Superman Superfest on the WON Radio Network.
The Adventures of Superman. Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Yes, it's Superman. And today at the Golden Lily Cafe, Batman and Robin have made a startling discovery.
Now, the adventures of Superman.
Fearful that two stolen pieces of kryptonite, the deadly element which gave the late Atom Man his terrible atomic power, may be used to create another human monster, Superman, Batman, and Robin are trying to trace a secret criminal organization which uses the symbol of a crescent moon and star. Trailing an informer named Squealy Evers, they came to a shabby coffee shop where a frightened waiter directed them to the Golden Lily, a nightclub on the waterfront frequented by underworld characters. Seeing Squealy leave the club, Superman followed him, while Batman and Robin, wearing street clothes over their costumes, entered the crowded, noisy cabaret. A young woman singer named Gloria Garrett has just been introduced as a celebrity, and as she rises from her place at one of the tables to acknowledge the applause, a spotlight is focused on her, and Batman stares incredulously at the jeweled ornament in her dark hair. Listen.
Robin, look. Look at her hair.
Whose hair?
Gloria Garrett's. Look at the jeweled ornament.
Christopher Columbus. The crescent moon and star.
Not so loud. What? Quiet, I said. There's an empty table. Come on.
Thank you, Miss Garrett. Now, folks, dance and make merry.
Here we are. Sit down.
How do you add this up, Batman?
Gloria Garrett must be a member of the gang we're looking for, whose symbol is the crescent moon and star.
Go on. If she is, why would she stand up in public and take a bow with a spotlight on her while she was wearing the gimmick?
To make sure she's seen, of course.
But none of that mob wants to be seen.
Oh, you're a little slow on the upbeat tonight, chum. Didn't the waiter at the coffee shop say he phoned this joint when Squealy told him you and I were asking questions about the crescent and the star?
He said he phoned a character named Patsy.
Patsy runs this nightclub.
How do you know?
Well, look at the menu. Proprietor, Charles Patsima. That's Patsy. Yeah, this joint must be a contact point for the members of the mob. And it's evidently a bigger mob than even Kent believes. And an international mob.
So what?
Gloria Garrett comes from London. She's new here. And she must have been told to come to the Golden Lily, wear the crescent and star symbol, and make sure she was seen.
Yeah, but why all the rigmarole? Why couldn't she just go to Patsy? Plenty of people seem to know him. Squealy Evers, the waiter at the coffee shop.
It's my hunch that Patsy is only a go-between. The leaders of the gang are too careful to let their identities be known to small fry like Squealy and the waiter.
Well, if you're right, then some big shot from the Crescent and Star gang is in this crowd this very minute, and nobody knows him.
That's what I'm hoping.
But if he contacts Gloria, we'll know him.
Check.
Well, where is he? Why doesn't he join her or call her over to his table or something?
Give him time, Robin. Just keep your eyes on Gloria.
I am, but nothing's happening.
Oh, take it easy. Here comes the waiter.
May I have your orders, please?
I'd better order something.
Let's see. Make it a turkey sandwich and a glass of milk.
I'll have the same.
Oui, monsieur. Thank you.
Look, little Gloria's all still all by her lonesome.
Relax, will you? There's plenty of time.
Maybe not.
Oh, sure there is. It's not midnight yet.
I don't mean that. I'm thinking about those 2 pieces of kryptonite. Superman said unless we get hold of them in a hurry, we might have another Atom Man on our hands. Or something even worse. Look, Batman, what could be worse than another Atom Man?
2 Atom Men.
2? Christopher Columbus, you don't think
At
that...
the moment, I'm only thinking about tracking down this Crescent and Star gang. They know where their Scarlet Widow is. And she knows where the 2 pieces of kryptonite are. Now, just concentrate on that. And keep your eyes on Miss Gloria Garrett.
I am, but nothing gives. Could be that whoever she wants to contact isn't here tonight.
If he isn't, I think he will be. Or at least get a message to her.
Nothing happens soon. How about us tackling Patsy?
Can't take a chance on the girl getting away? Nothing doing. I'm counting on her to lead us to the head man. We're not going to let her out of our sight. Oh, but I wonder what's keeping Kent so long.
Well, he went after Squealy.
Well, it shouldn't take him this long to catch him.
What do you mean? Squealy was in a car and he had to start. Mr. Kent had to go back up the street for his car.
No, he didn't.
Well, of course he did. How else was he going to chase Squealy?
Oh, Robin, you'd be surprised.
Well, go ahead and surprise me. I don't get it.
Oh, look.
What now?
There's a waiter at Miss Garrett's table.
So what? Maybe she got hungry waiting for Mr. Hoosick.
Wake up, Robin. Don't you see the envelope in his hand?
Oh, yeah. And he's giving it to her. Golly, I'd like to know what's in that note.
So would I.
Hey, she's getting up. Come on.
Sit down.
She's taking her coat. She might get away.
She won't get away. Sit down, I said.
Okay, but why?
I want to see if she goes to another table.
She's not. She's heading for the door.
Now, wait. We don't want to be seen following. All right, let's go.
Wait, monsieur, your sandwiches.
Oh, yes. Here you are. Keep the change. We just remembered another appointment.
But, oui, monsieur. Thank you.
I could have used that sandwich.
Sorry, Robin. But we'll have to wait. Miss Garrett's leaving, all right.
Suppose Patsy sent her that note?
Maybe. Or someone in the crowd might have. And is waiting outside.
Well, there she goes out. I don't see anybody there except the doorman.
No. All right, move fast now. Hold it, Robin.
Uh-oh. She's got a car and we haven't. I don't see a taxi. What do we do now, Batman?
Follow me.
Wait, where?
The driveway curves around here. Behind these bushes. Hurry. And strip down to your costume.
Oh, I get it. When the car comes around the driveway, we latch onto it, huh?
That's the idea. Here it comes. What's holding you up?
My socks didn't match my tie.
Keep low.
All set.
Keep low now till it's past. Okay, come on.
The rear bumper looks nice.
Right, jump on it. Don't miss.
Here we go, Pappy. All set. You know, for an old codger, you do pretty well, Batman.
Thanks. The chauffeur driving the car. The man in the back seat with Gloria.
Did you get a good look at him?
No. Got the collar of his overcoat up around his face. Never mind trying to look now. Keep low. And try to keep your lips buttoned just this once.
Anything else?
Yes. Don't fall off. Something tells me this is the payoff ride, Robin.
If it pays off in kryptonite, I'll be satisfied.
Keep your fingers crossed.
Clinging to the rear bumper of the big sedan in which Gloria Garrett rides with an unknown man, Batman and Robin are carried swiftly along the fog-swept waterfront. Where is the car going? For 3/4 of an hour, Batman and Robin have been crouched on the rear bumper of a speeding sedan in which Gloria Garrett, who wears the symbol of the crescent moon and star in her hair, rides with an unknown man. Reaching the end of the waterfront road, the car swings into an old, little-used highway and speeds into the country. Turning into a narrow road, it is now rolling down a steep hill, its headlights cutting a path through the darkness.
No more comfortable chairs in this bumper. How long does this go on, Batman?
You've got me. I don't even know where we are.
This fresh air works up an appetite. I could use that turkey sandwich we almost had in the Golden Lily.
Maybe we'll get something better than turkey where we're going.
You mean the kryptonite?
Maybe. With mustard. Look, hang on. We're swinging around another curve.
Another one? Oh, I feel like I've been in on a merry-go-round. What a night. First Squealy Evers and his roughnecks on the dock.
Hold it. We're slowing down.
Uh-huh. We turned into a one-way lane. Look, there's a big old house ahead up to the right.
Yes. No lights in it, though. Oh. There are trees on both sides of the drive. Get ready to hop off, Robin.
Anytime you say.
No, wait till I give you the word. They may not stop. Yeah, the drive goes right past the house. I was wrong. They're stopping. Jump, Robin, and duck into those trees.
Check. Hey, there are lights in the trees. Somebody turned them on.
Good evening, Batman and Robin.
Look out, Robin. There's a man with a gun behind you.
And there's one behind you, Batman. And 10 others surrounding you.
What? He's right.
4 excellent shots, by the way.
It looks like we stepped into something, Robin.
Yes. You stepped into a little trap, my friends. A trap from which I regret to tell you there will be no escape.
Startled, Batman and Robin stand in a blaze of light from the trees, facing a heavy-set middle-aged man who levels an automatic at them. While in a ring around them, 10 other men clad in evening clothes also point guns at our two friends. Meanwhile, almost 100 miles away, Superman streaks through the night above another country road on which the car carrying Squealy Evers, the informant, travels swiftly.
Where's Squealy going? He led Batman and Robin into an ambush before after contacting the Crescent and Star gang and then went to the Golden Lily. Well, he may be on another mission for the gang now. I've got to follow him.
Away! Unaware of his friend's peril, Superman rockets farther and farther away from them. What will happen to Batman and Robin? And who are the mysterious people who trapped them? Tomorrow's episode is tense and exciting, fellows and girls, so don't miss it. Tune in, same time, same station, for the adventures of Superman.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Fellows and girls, be sure to follow the adventures of Superman. Brought to you every day, Monday through Friday, same time, same station, by the grand old Kellogg Company of Battle Creek. And for other thrilling adventures of Superman, see your local newspaper. Superman is also a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC publications.
The adventures of Superman. Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Yes, it's Superman. And today, with the Man of Steel miles away, Batman and Robin are again ambushed. This time with all odds against them. We'll take you to the scene in a moment.
Now, the adventures of Superman.
A mysterious criminal organization using the symbol of a crescent moon and star is believed by Superman to have knowledge of 2 missing pieces of kryptonite, the strange, deadly element which gave the late Atom Man his terrible atomic power and which robs the Man of Steel of his great strength. With the aid of Batman and Robin, Superman followed the clue of Squealy Evers, a stool pigeon, to the Golden Lily, a nightclub frequented by underworld characters. As Superman remained on the stool pigeon's trail, Batman and Robin entered the nightclub, where they saw a girl singer introduced as Gloria Garrett, wearing a jeweled crescent and star in her hair. When the girl left, Batman and Robin leaped through the rear bumper of her car and were carried into the country. Suddenly, the car swung into a tree-bordered lane and stopped. And as our friends dropped to the ground, hidden lamps in the trees blazed into light, and a circle of 10 men in evening clothes, all armed with blue steel automatics, were revealed. Dismayed, Robin gasped,
Looks like we stepped into something, Batman.
You're not kidding. And it doesn't look healthy.
You have indeed stepped into something, Batman and Robin.
Who's the party behind the handlebar mustache?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Permit me to introduce myself. My name is Mr. Smith.
My, what a odd name.
Of the Sing Sing Smiths, I presume.
How clever. Strange that such clever fellows should let themselves be trapped.
Isn't it? Just for the record, how did you do it?
Can't you figure it out?
I suppose the girl, Gloria Garrett, was a plant. Is that it?
Excellent, Batman. Worthy of Sherlock Holmes himself. When we heard you and Robin managed to escape our little ambush on the dock and return to the coffee shop.
How'd you know we went back there?
Easy. Squealy figured we would, so he hung around and spotted us. Then hustled to the Golden Lily to report. That's why we saw him coming out of there. Right?
Right again. We were quite certain you would turn up at the Golden Lily eventually, so we arranged our little trap for you. Gloria Garrett wearing the crescent and star ornament was the bait.
And we fell for it.
Hook, line, and sinker. Okay, Mr. Smith, you've got us. Now, what do you intend to do with us?
Mr. Jones will tell you that.
Oh, another fancy moniker.
Now, who's Mr. Jones?
You're about to find out.
Felix, Herbert, fire them up.
Helpless in a circle of menacing automatics, Batman and Robin submit to having their hands tied firmly behind their backs. Then, shepherded by their captors, they are taken to a huge old house at the end of the tree-bordered lane. A brass plate beside the door gleams dully in the moonlight and reads, Dr. Joseph Winters, Sanitarium. In a large oak-paneled room, almost stiflingly hot, a great fire burns in a wide fireplace, beside which, at a flat-topped desk, a slender, scholarly-looking man with a shawl over his shoulders and wearing pince-nez glasses sits writing. As Batman and Robin are ushered into the room, he lays aside his pen and picks up a glass atomizer, heavily encrusted with silver, which stands at his elbow. Opening his mouth, he sprays his throat, then calls irritably,
Close the door, please, Mr. Smith. There's a draft.
A little fresh air won't hurt you, Mr. Jones. It's like an oven in here.
Nonsense. Fresh air is full of germs and disease. I'd better spray my throat again.
What do you make of this wacky setup, Batman?
I think we're in the inner sanctum of the Crescent and Star gang.
Wow.
There. That's better. Now we can get down to business. I presume these young men in the masquerade costumes are Batman and Robin.
That is correct, Mr. Jones.
I suppose I should be flattered that such famous personalities are interested in us. But I'm not. Tell me, gentlemen, how did you find out about us?
I don't remember at the moment. Do you, Robin?
I'm afraid it slipped my mind.
Here. Let me show you this silver coin. It is engraved with a crescent moon and a star. And was in your possession, Batman. Where did you get it?
Where? Oh, I found it.
Where did you find it?
In the street.
Sure, we tripped over it.
Understand me, gentlemen. I intend to get at the truth. By one means or another. Now, about this coin. There are only a certain number of them in existence, in the possession of specific persons. If one of them has seen fit to entrust you with this symbol without our knowledge, we should like to know about it.
We didn't get it from any of your people.
From whom did you get it?
I told you, we found it.
I don't believe you.
If you let me take them below for an hour or so, Mr. Jones...
The last person you took below died, Mr. Smith, and his information died with him. I should like to prevent that in this case, if possible.
Say thank you, Robin.
Should I make a curtsy, too?
Apparently neither of you think I'm serious. Believe me, gentlemen, I am. I want to know where you got this coin and any other information you have about us.
Suppose we tell you, then what?
You will save your lives.
What assurance do we have of that?
My word.
Take the word of a murderer and crook? Are you kidding?
Easy, Robin.
I will give you one more chance. Will you tell me what I want to know?
Sure. We found the coin in in a grab bag.
You'll find the most interesting things in grab bags.
Very well. We'll see how long your sense of humor and your stubbornness last in room 0.
Where?
Room 0. Once you're there, you'll understand the meaning of the name. Now take them away, Mr. Smith.
With pleasure. Come, my friends. I am very proud of Room 0. It is my own invention. I assure you there's nothing like it in the entire world. Nothing.
As Batman and Robin are led to the mysterious Room 0, Superman is streaking away from a small town 75 miles south of Metropolis, to which he trailed Squealy Evers, the underworld stool pigeon. Having seen Squealy retire for the night in a tourist cottage, and having enlisted the local police to watch him, the Man of Steel returns to the Golden Lily nightclub where he left Batman and Robin. Although it is 4 o'clock in the morning, the Golden Lily is still crowded and merry. Unable to find his friends, Superman, in his guise of Clark Kent, finally locates the waiter who served them.
Now think. You recall the people I described to you?
Sure, I remember the man and boy. They ordered turkey sandwiches and milk, but when I bought them, they gave me $5 and left without eating.
They did?
Yes. The man said he remembered they had another appointment.
When was this?
Oh, a few hours ago, around midnight, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Were they alone?
Yes, just the two of them.
Tell me, did you notice them talking to anybody?
No, they were here only 10 or 15 minutes.
Did they leave a message for me? My name is Kent, by the way.
No, they did not, Mr. Kent. That is all the man said about another appointment.
Didn't leave a message with a cashier or doorman either. Well, I'll probably find one at home or at the office. Thanks, waiter. Here's something for your trouble.
Thank you very much, sir. Good night.
You're welcome. Good night. Well, another appointment, eh? Where, I wonder? And with whom?
Only slightly uneasy, Clark Kent leaves the Golden Lily, unaware that Batman and Robin are in deadly peril. As Clark Kent, not yet fully alarmed, left the Golden Lily nightclub, Batman and Robin, their arms still tied behind them, were pushed into the mysterious Room 0 in the House of the Crescent and Star, and a heavy oaken door was locked and bolted behind them. The room in the basement of the house is small and windowless. The walls are of smooth concrete, and the only illumination is from a tiny electric bulb set in a recess in the ceiling. It is that ceiling which now engages Batman and Robin's alarmed attention. For every few moments, there is a sound as of heavy bolts slipping in a cogwheel, and the ceiling lowers slightly.
Here it goes again, Batman. Look, the ceiling lowered some more.
Only about an inch that time, Robin.
And an inch before that, and another inch before that. It must have dropped 6 inches since we got in here.
Just about. We've been here half an hour. Let's see. That's at the rate of a foot an hour. The ceiling's about 8 foot high. So at the rate it's dropping, it'll take 8 hours.
Never mind the mathematics. I can add. I can figure out why they call this Room 0, too. It means ceiling 0.
I guess so. Nice sense of humor our newfound friends have.
You're not kidding. Look, I don't relish the idea of being flattened out like a pancake. What are we going to do?
I'm open to suggestions.
Suppose we tell the head man with the atomizer that the coin we had belonged to his pal Sidney.
No soap. We can't let them trace things back. Too many people are involved.
Yeah,
there are no buts, Robin. Kent and Inspector Henderson know about this gang. We've got to keep our mouths shut and hope that they get to them in time. Besides
what?
Even if we did tell them, you don't suppose knowing what we know about them, they'd turn us loose, do you?
Oh, I never thought of that. Of course they wouldn't.
What I should have done was left a message for Kent at the Golden Lily. Mark me down for a big goon.
What good would it have done? We didn't know where we were going, and besides, the ceiling's dropping again. What'll we do, Batman?
I don't know yet. Better dream up something soon, or we'll be a couple of pressed ducks.
Attempting to hide their deep concern behind a mask of gaiety, Batman and Robin watch the ceiling descend toward them slowly. A fraction of an inch at a time, but steadily it drops lower and lower, with seemingly no chance of escape. And meanwhile, Clark Kent, who is Superman, has no clue to their whereabouts. Will they find a way out, or are Batman and Robin doomed? Fellows and girls, don't miss Monday's exciting episode as Batman and Robin sweat it out in Room 0. Tune in, same time, same station, for the adventures of Superman.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Fellows and girls, be sure to follow the adventures of Superman. Brought to you every day, Monday through Friday, same time, same station, by the grand old Kellogg Company of Battle Creek. And for other thrilling adventures of Superman, see your local newspaper. Superman is also a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC publications.
The Adventures of Superman. Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Yes, it's Superman. And today, his friends, Batman and Robin, find themselves prisoners of the secret society they have been trying to find. We'll join them in a moment.
Now, the adventures of Superman.
While aiding Superman in his search for 2 stolen pieces of kryptonite, the strange, deadly element which gave the late Atom Man his terrible atomic power, Batman and Robin were captured by a mysterious criminal organization using the symbol of a crescent moon and star, believed by our friends to have knowledge of the kryptonite. In the gang headquarters, a bogus sanitarium near Metropolis, Batman and Robin were placed in a basement dungeon known as Room Zero, where, to their dismay, they watched the steel ceiling slowly move down on them, a fraction of an inch at a time. It is now 8:30 in the morning, and we find them both seated on the cold concrete floor, the lowered ceiling now only inches above Batman's head. Although they have succeeded in loosening the ropes which bound their hands and arms, the situation still seems hopeless. Listen.
The ceiling dropped again. What'll we do, Batman?
I hate to say it, Robin, but I'm afraid this time we're in a spot we can't get out of.
Oh, don't talk like that. If only someone knew we were here. Inspector Henderson or...
Oh, while you're dreaming, sonny boy, make it good. Why not Superman?
Sure, why not? What's that?
The slot in the bottom of the door. Our friend Mr. Smith probably wants to tell us another bedtime story.
If I could only get my hands on him, I'd tell him one that I'd put him to sleep for a long time.
Are you gentlemen enjoying the view in there?
Sure. Gets better every minute.
Why don't you come in and enjoy it with us, Bud? We're sociable guys.
Thank you. But I prefer to watch from out here. Let me see. It is just 8:33. The ceiling lowers at a rate of 1 foot per hour. At 9:33, you will have to crouch on your hands and knees. At 10:33, you will be lying flat. At approximately 11 o'clock...
All aboard!
Train leaving for Buffalo on track 6. Woo-hoo!
I wonder if you'll find things so amusing at 11 o'clock when the ceiling finally reaches the floor. Dropped another quarter of an inch. Well, my friend...
We're very well, thank you. How are you, Mr. Rat?
Now, don't be nasty to the gentleman, Robin.
You are stupid fools. By now it should be clear to you that we of the Crescent and Star mean business. In a matter of hours, you will both die horrible deaths unless you tell us what we want to know.
You mean where we got the silver coin with the crescent and star on it?
Yes. And how much do you know about us? Tell me and I will release you. I give you my word.
I wouldn't take your word if you swore on a stack of Bibles. Release us first, and then maybe we'll tell you.
Maybe.
Do you hear that? The ceiling dropped again. This is your last chance to save your lives. I will not give you another. Well, what do you say?
Go peddle your papers on some other corner, Bud.
All right, then. Die. Die like the stupid idiot you are.
Wait, Mr. Smith, come back.
What the...
So you changed your mind, huh? Well, go ahead, talk.
No, Robin.
Yes, I'll talk. What do you want to know?
Robin.
Where did you find that silver coin?
In your father's mustache. Well, that's that.
Yeah, you had me worried for a minute.
I've been worried for the last 5 hours. Maybe he's right, Batman. Maybe we are making jokes to cover up. Are you frightened?
Well, I'm not too happy. Let's take another look around the walls.
Oh, what's the use? We've been over them 100 times. They're concrete, and there isn't a crack in them big enough for an ant to crawl through.
I know, but... Oh, there goes the ceiling again.
It'll be ceiling 0 soon. Too soon.
Lower and lower, inch by inch, the heavy ceiling descends to the floor, and Batman and Robin give up all hope. Meanwhile, alarmed because he has been unable to find any trace of his friends, Superman, in his guise of Clark Kent, is in the office of Police Inspector Henderson, who is just completing a telephone conversation.
You sure he's not holding out on you, Huey? Okay, then. Bring him back to Metropolis. Right. So long. That stool pigeon you trailed last night, Kent, Squealy Evers? Yeah, I sent Healy up to Rockville.
Uh-huh.
He and the local police put Squealy on the pan.
They did, eh?
All stoolies are yellow, and Squealy's no exception. He talked.
Yes?
It won't help us much. He doesn't know where Batman and Robin are. And he doesn't know anything about the mob who use the crescent moon and star for their symbol.
Uh-oh.
All he knows is that there is such a mob. And if he hears anybody asking about them, he's supposed to tip off Patsy at the Golden Lily nightclub.
Well, what was he doing at the Golden Lily last night? And why did he skip town?
He says when Batman and Robin fought their way out of the dock ambush he walked them into, he figured they'd add up the right numbers and know he'd put in the tip for the ambush at the coffee shop.
Uh-huh.
So he hustled back there and hid across the street in the doorway. And sure enough, about an hour later, Batman and Robin showed up with you. So he rushed over to the Golden Lily and told Patsy the coffee shop waiter might leak and to expect company.
Then?
Then Patsy gave Squealy the keys to his car and told him to beat it out of town and lay low for a while.
And then I trailed Squealy half the night for nothing.
Maybe not.
What do you mean, Inspector?
Squealy's information gives me a little more ammunition to use on Patsimo.
On whom?
Charlie Patsimo is Patsy, the owner of the Golden Lily.
Oh.
And I'll bet my shield he's mixed up in the disappearance of Batman and Robin. We know he's somehow tied up with the Crescent and Star Mob, and Batman and Robin were last seen at his place.
Oh, yes, but that...
Now, my hunch is they followed the girl, and she steered them into a trap. And Patsy arranged...
Wait a minute. What girl?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot to tell you. I've got it right over here. There you are. Take a look at this photograph, Kent.
Uh-huh.
You see, we do a little detective work, too. You're not the only Sherlock.
Wait, Scott, look, Inspector. This girl's wearing an ornament in her hair, and it's a crescent moon and star.
Well, why do you think I showed you the picture?
Oh, but who is she?
She was introduced as Gloria Garrett, star of the London music halls. I called Scotland Yard about an hour ago.
And?
They never heard of Gloria Garrett in London.
Uh-oh.
And so far, nobody's heard of her here either.
Well, now, wait a minute. We can trace her through Patsy, can't we? He and the Crescent and Star mob must have planted her at the Golden Lily and arranged for her to be introduced, knowing that if Batman and Robin were there, they'd follow her.
That's what I figure. And as soon as we get Patsy down here, I'm going to put the screws on him.
Good.
I've always been sure he's a crook, but he's a smart potato, and we've never been able to pin anything on him.
Well, do you think you can now? At least enough to make him talk?
I hope so. I've got an alarm out for him, and we should pick him up soon. Then we're going to crack this case wide... Excuse me.
Sure.
Hello? Oh, yes, Donovan. Did you get him? What? No. I see. Okay. Yeah, that's right. See you later.
What's the matter, Inspector?
They just picked up Patsy.
Oh, good.
Not so good. They found him floating in the harbor with a knife in his back.
Stunned, Clark Kent's jaw drops. The old owner of the Golden Lily was their only link in the chain of circumstances revolving about Batman and Robin's sudden disappearance. But that link is broken forever. Now what? Shocked when they learned that Patsy, owner of the Golden Lily nightclub, had been found murdered, Clark Kent and Inspector Henderson hurried to the club on the waterfront, which in the bright light of day is deserted except for a porter who listlessly sweeps the floor between the empty tables. Searching the place thoroughly, Kent and Henderson finally ended up in Patsy's small private office on the little balcony above the dance floor, where the inspector has gone through the dead man's desk.
Not a thing here to show that Patsy even knew about the Crescent and Star Mob, Kent. Not a note, not an unexplained phone number, nothing. The boys couldn't find anything in his hotel either. How did he contact them?
I don't know, but I'm worried, Inspector. It's 10:15. Batman and Robin have been missing since midnight.
Well, I'll admit I'm worried myself. But what can we do? Patsy is dead. We can't find Gloria Garrett, and nobody else can tell us anything about the Crescent and Star.
I can't understand how they... Wait a minute. What's that?
What's what?
In here.
Oh, that's the storeroom. We went through it.
Yes, but I think we missed something. Come here a minute.
Well, what is it?
Look, a phonograph.
Well, what about it?
Listen to this.
Oh, we haven't time to play records, Kent.
Listen. Yeah. You hear that?
So what?
You remember the song?
Of course, All Alone. Irving Berlin wrote it, but what's
this
that...
phonograph record is the answer to our prayers.
What? Are you nuts?
No, I'm not. In a minute or two, the telephone on that desk is going to ring. And you are going to answer it.
Yeah? And who'll it be?
A member of the Crescent and Star mob. Now, listen.
For a long moment, Inspector Henderson stares at Kent as though he were certain the Daily Planet reporter is out of his mind.
In the background, the phonograph needle scratches on the recording of the once popular song, All Alone. How does Kent know the phone will ring? And why is he so certain it will be a member of the Crescent and Star mob calling? In the meantime, Batman and Robin, with only a scant 45 minutes to go before the ceiling of their incredible torture chamber drops to the floor, are in mortal danger. From now on, the action is tense, exciting, and mysterious. So don't miss a single word of it. Tune in tomorrow, same time, same station, as the famous Batman and Robin join in The Adventures of Superman.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Fellows and girls, be sure to follow the adventures of Superman. Brought to you every day, Monday through Friday. Same time, same station, by the grand old Kellogg Company of Battle Creek. And for other thrilling adventures of Superman, see your local newspaper. Superman is also a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC publications.
The Adventures of Superman.
Don't touch that dial. The Superman Superfest will return after these messages and an announcement from your local station.
This is Old Time Radio USA, your source for the classic old time radio shows you love.